When is that whiteboard coming? Brother. It's right there. It's right there, dude. It's right there. We're not ready yet. I actually haven't taken a sip of my coffee yet, Gal. I have it right here, though. Although I don't finish my coffee before we start. I drink it while we're going. Banger. By the way, we're just gonna wait a couple more minutes, get some more people to come in here, and then also so that ads ideally will get out of the way before we actually start having a discussion. That's the plan. That's the move. There should be an ad playing here in like, I think ads are gonna start playing in 30 seconds. So after that, we'll try and get started. Once those are over. Once those are over. I wonder if the third AOD members S rank. I guarantee they will be. Yeah, I'm pretty sure all of them are gonna be S rank because they know they're gonna get a crap ton of money from all of them. I wanted to rewatch your past 3 streams, but I guess I ain't got time for that. Hey, to be fair, it's been a while since I streamed. Okay, it's been a couple days. I've been trying to work on some video ideas because now that I have the green screen, I'll try to get a bunch of scripts done. I want to try to, you know, get videos out on topics and whatnot. While we wait for people to come in, I got a question. Who's going to the AOD concert? Who's going to the official AOD concert? There's one in Japan. There's one in New York. I think those are the only 2 that they've announced, actually. I've been so busy with work, and I started watching all your past live streams of Agent Stories, and I'm finally caught up to watch this. Oh, perfect. Amazing. This was just going to be a chill talking about how we're going to get all the information from what you just watched. You're going to... Oh, you're going to Anime Impulse? Oh my goodness. Amazing. Okay, but they have like unique merch at this Anime Impulse, right? That's happening soon? You get the fancy new stuff. Too broke for it? Real. I think Age and Josh may be talking about trying to go. Because they were like, can you go? And I was like, dude, I want to. I want to real bad. But even if it's not the one in Japan, I don't think I have enough money to go to New York. Especially in 2 months. That's a very good question, by the way, Resht, if that's how you say your name. Because yeah, they all have like a flaw, like a downside to using them. So unless the man-made weapons were supposed to not have that, The only thing I can think of is that you actively have to like consume another person's life force to actually use the weapon in general. Like per use, you need to take a life, as opposed to how the other ones are like less of a. The actual Void Hunter weapons are less of a murder someone before you use me right now type of deal. Luna! I wish I can go. I wish that I could go and take videos, because they said that like you are allowed to record the whole thing too, which is nice. You already know the platforms your archive is going to be on. We might make it a website. We might make it its own website. We'll see. That's what we're going to talk about. We'll be talking about a bunch of different stuff. Did you see the concept arts of the 2.x characters? Yi Xingguang had her own tailless. I wish they could. Yeah, you're talking about the little eye? Yeah, how the Qiming sword had like an eyeball similar thing like tailless did. That was very cool. I wish they kept that too. But I guess it would be, I don't know, quote unquote repetitive, I guess, for each cursed weapon if they all have their own eyeball or something. The Tiger Bane wouldn't be nearly as powerful without the sacrifice tiger things. Well, you wouldn't be able to use it at all. If I'm remembering correctly, you can't use the Tiger Bane belt to increase your own power at all unless you absorb the life force of another. It's allowed to take videos at the concert? Yes, you are. Yeah, it said on the thing that they are going to be doing a bunch of their own recording, and that you are giving Hoyoverse the permission to use any footage of you. Obviously, because they're just gonna like pan across the crowd and a bunch of different stuff. So they'll probably have their own recording, and then yeah, they allow everyone in the crowd to also do their own recording as well. A wiki? Something similar to a wiki. Yeah, I think that's basically the move. But I don't know. I have on here. We'll talk about it. I think there's enough people in here. We can start going in here. I know I have a couple mods in chat. I have a feeling, because I'm going to be asking so many questions during this stream, that the chat is going to be moving pretty fast. So bear with me in terms of trying to make sure that I read all the ideas and all the different messages. If there is like a super specific message that you need me to read, mods, please just like ping me. That way I can see it better. Yes. Yes, cool. Okay, so here's the basis of today's stream. Okay, it's not gonna be our normal like funny haha whatever stream. Okay, today I need all of us in chat to lock in, and I'm being for real, because I do want this stream to be very informational, informative to everyone involved. Okay, so the reason why this stream is happening is because on Twitter, there has always been people that I've seen complain about the wiki, the like Zenless fan wiki, right? And that everyone wishes that there was like a more concise database or whatever with all the information from the entire game. And then that became like a whole topic on Twitter. And then Timely Idhari, which I'll actually pull up the tweet so you guys can see it, actually did like a little mock-up. I put out a tweet that was like, hey, if you guys legitimately want like a real database, it's gonna take a lot of time, and it's gonna take a lot of effort from a lot of people to get this thing done. Like if we're talking like the most comprehensive database that we can make on like Zenless lore in general, everything regarding Zenless. and Timely Idahari made a mock-up basically of what they think that it could look like. And obviously, visually, it's not complete, right? This is just an idea because they also tweeted out, "Why is my screen black?" Hello? Okay, there we go. I don't know where I am, but anyway, but that's besides the point. Let me zoom in here. They also tweeted out of curiosity, what does everyone think a proper database should have? That is my main question for you guys today. That is my main question for you guys today. Is what in your eyes is a proper database, right? So anyway, they made like a little proof of concept here of like, you know, all the different stuff, the story, world building characters, all this stuff, right? You click on it, goes to different chapters, season 1, season 2, agent stories, redo chronicles, etc, etc. And then also when you, I do like this a lot, by the way, that whenever you click on a story, it shows every character that was in that story. And then you can click on them and it'll go to their page and whatever. So yeah, my question to you right now that I want you to start putting in the chat, that we're going to start writing down on needs/wants for this Zenless database. Okay. Hold on. Where did my page go? Main question is, what in your eyes would make a good, and then I was like, wait, why is chat not moving at all? I was like, can we flood the chat with ones real quick? Okay, well, that's really unfortunate. Because that just means that everyone that was here is now gone. Okay, well, there's the music back up anyway. Okay. Yes. Okay, we're back. We're back. I appreciate it. Thank you guys. Thank you guys. Thank you. Anyway, sorry about that. My chat is definitely broken. So this is awesome. This is exactly what I wanted. Why would I want things to go smoothly? Why would I want things to go smoothly? Okay. We back. We defeated Yokai. Yokai has been defeated. How was the Krampus visit? Yeah, Krampus beat my ass. The mayor didn't want you releasing the Mayflower files. Okay. Now that we're back, let's continue. Okay. My question that I asked that I didn't see anybody respond to was, I saw somebody say that the lost items should also be there. And my question was, is there not a comprehensive list of the lost items on the wiki currently? Okay, proper agent lore pages. Okay, here's my question for you again. Because obviously we have a fan wiki. Sorry, my handwriting is ass. Bear with me. What did you say? Proper agent what? Proper agent lore pages. Yo, Primordium creator refined the stream. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you. I appreciate it. Okay, I know proper looks like it's written like dog shit on there, but just bear with me. An achievement database. We need a dictionary in general. So many terms are just thrown around. Okay, a dictionary. Yeah, is there not a, I guess there might not be a... Dictionary/glossary. Obviously, yeah, okay, a search function. Yes. Obviously a search function. Yeah, achievements. I don't know, do we need an achievement list? I feel like that's a lower priority right now. All non-permanent event lore. Yes. So redo chronicles. A part of the maps and important locations. So like an actual map. Okay. Map. Theory forum, if that's possible. I'm not opposed to having that, but I feel like there's a problem when it comes to like having a theory forum on the same site as it being like an actual where you should. This database should be where you get 100% correct information. There should be zero assumptions written in this database, because that spreads to massive spreads of misinformation. And if we were to create a theory area in the database, people would probably not understand and would then take some theories as factual info. So I will refrain from that for now. NPC talks and environment things are also important. Yes. I would say, okay, yeah, NPC, I'm saying environment items as well, because there are some stuff that you pick up in the environment that's just not like said. Yeah, no theories. Yeah, I think no theories is the move here. A way for lore content creators to give context to certain things like lost items, audio files, characters, like community notes. Community notes. I like the idea of that. I wonder how easy / hard that would be to maintain. Adding to specific movie / movie posters into the database. I mean, that would be. I feel like that would be just be in there. Do W engines have lore associated with them? Yes, they do. They do. So do disk drives as well. Disk drives also have lore associated with them. A relationship chart between the characters. Example one that we got in HI3. I have seen that a lot. I have seen that recommendation a lot, actually. Is that something we want? We like want to be on there for sure. A relationship chart between characters. I think connections on terms and stuff would be good, like what tops branches are, that not directly been said, like company names and stuff. Yes, I feel like that would just innately be on there. Yeah. Faction history of the different playable factions, like anything that we know of Old Caledon. I see. Faction history as a whole, as opposed to having to go to each individual character and like make the connections yourself. I could build a relationship flow chart in Obsidian, no problem. Okay, bet. Okay, I'm gonna add that on there then. I'm gonna add character flow chart, or sorry, relationship flow chart, and faction history. Okay. I know I'm blocking where I'm writing, but just know my handwriting is dog shit, and this is less for you guys to see what I'm writing down and more just to like visualize me writing it. Anyway, yeah. Currently working out. What are we doing? We're trying to come up with ideas for a database. Will this database be merged with the one Timely Hari made today, or separate things? Ideally, Timely Hari will be able to work. The plan is to get all of the ideas of what you guys want, and then form a team to have that be done. Whether it involves creators or community members or whatever, which I will get into once we like get a good little bunch of what you guys are expecting from this database. I've gotten 200 words of ideas down from chat so far, so don't worry about saying. Thank you, Cal. I appreciate you. Thank you. You guys said Nurbo, that'd be amazing. Different languages translate key terms, and maybe when/where lore has a real-world mythos origin. Yeah. Okay. Getting a community to build the database, the base database is a bad idea because we all have different interests and different. No, I disagree. I think getting a good idea of what most people want is a good thing. No matter what we create, someone's going to be upset with it. And that's just how it's going to be. We can't make something for everyone, but we can at least make something for the majority. And that's what's important. Yeah, no leaks. No leaks will be on the database. Because the thing is, leaks can change, right? Again, we want this database to be 100% like confirmed information. So due to the fact that leaks can change at any point, I don't feel like that's a good idea to put on there. Yeah, don't worry. There'll be hyperlinks and everything linking to different things. Instead of relationship flowchart, each character should have a list of who they have talked to and where. For example, Anby and Miyabi met on main story. Okay, I like that idea. I do like that. Just like as an offshoot of relationship flowchart. So, just so we're clear, ideally, right? Yeah, those can be combined together. Let's say, right, you go to a faction page, it lists the characters of the faction, right? You click on a character, okay? We will also, I feel like it's a must. I was talking to Cal about this earlier. On the character page, it should mention every single moment, any chapter that they are included in, any conversation that they are mentioned in or referenced to, whatever. That way you can see every single instance in which the character has been like brought up. That way it's very comprehensive. If you want to find anything where any time the character has shown up or been talked about, then you can find it. Thyron's intelligent constructs. Okay, so like, yeah, okay. And how they integrate into society. That's more like world building stuff. Right? Okay. A family tree chart between hollows. Like hollow zero. Oh, like the family tree between the companion hollows and their. Yeah. Cal, write that down. I do like that as well. The source of every data has to be clearly indicated. Yes. Yes, correct. The source of where the information comes from has to be clearly indicated as well. And it will be. Links to someone's playthrough or of time-locked lore events. Yeah, I'm not opposed to that, having like an actual video of the entire like whatever. I'm not opposed to that. Don't worry, we'll have the lore from all the events as well in there. That would count as like a redo chronicles, right? Like as we list every event, we'll also have the lore of everything there. Correct. Playthrough videos would need to be non-commentary. Correct. I would agree. A section of information we learned about from outside of the game, but it is still official. Yes. Would that be better as its own section or just integrated in and mentioned that that information was gained outside of the game? I feel like it'd be better to just integrate that in the different data things. Right, no leaks, no leaks. Okay, so yeah, mention would be better, yeah. How's it gonna differ from all the info in the wiki? So here's my biggest question, right? Because there's been so many people that have complained about the wiki. So as someone who looks at the wiki, right? You in chat, as someone who wants to find information, let's start filling out this side of the board. Wiki dislikes. What is it about the wiki that frustrates you? Whether it be things that are done poorly, things that are just missing, things that are just not integrated well. The fan wiki. The fan wiki. The Hoyo Lab wiki has like very, very unbelievable like surface level information. That doesn't really count. UI. Wall of text without sources and missing lores. I didn't know that I felt like the wiki did a decent job of showing the sources, but if that's a comment, not updated enough. Okay, navigation not updated enough. Not updated enough. Okay, navigation seems to be a big thing. The UI is difficult to navigate. Things are vague and important aspects are missing. Okay, can we expand on missing? Can we expand on missing? What is genuinely, like, give me an example of where you're like, this is just missing. Like, this is just inherently, it is gone. Like, it is not shown here. So many ads. Lack of relevant images. Lack of relevant images. Lack of information in general. They're missing in-game text/voice logs from in-game collectibles. I genuinely spent like 10 hours one day ready to just add a bunch of NPC dialogue world building to wiki pages, but the whole thing is just such a crudely built wiki, it was tedious to even start. Okay, NPC dialogue. Okay. So missing text/voice logs from in-game collectibles. They're vague on some things. A lot of stuff is vaguely cited. I wanted to read some agent trust teams for characters, and some weren't there. Okay, so I feel like that goes into not updated enough. What I'm hearing from chat is that right now it seems like only lore skippers are contributing to the wiki, essentially. I mean, if I'm being honest, though, if they are trying to find lore, then those are and they skipped, then those are the people I technically we would want to hear from. Because we want this to be a easy to navigate and learn whatever they want to learn about. The wiki entry on Void Hunters has no mention of Void Hunter weapons, for example. Okay, that still fits in with not updated enough, I feel like. Because Void Hunter weapons was technically a recently coined term. Right, NPC interactions. Missing NPC interaction. I wrote that like unbelievably dog shit. Janky to navigate. Yeah, I have that on there. Some tabs are like missing some sections and just hidden. You can't really find it if you search term zzzwiki. Event and banner timers, very useful for people who don't log in every day to check when an event ends. Yeah, I'm not opposed. Move my head real quick. There you go. I'm not opposed to adding like event timers. I don't really know if banner timers is something that we need to have on there. Okay, so it seems like really the main thing is the main complaint about the wiki, right? Is that there are some things that are missing. The UI is atrocious. And it's not updated enough. That seems to be the main complaints. I'm good. This is gonna be for lore. I feel like if we were to add anything meta, we can just link it to the meta site that Rivenus has made. Because I feel like that has a lot of the meta information, right? So I feel like it will just be for lore, but I mean, it would be... Is this intended to replace the wiki or supplement things the wiki does not do well? Essentially, replace it, basically. Have it updated on a more frequent basis. So just not combat stuff. If you're talking like what W engines do, I mean, that will be listed. Internal links to internet networks, zzz.rng.moe, etc. will be mandatory. Partner sites. Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. We could just link to the other sites that are already like there for like meta stuff. Foremost explanation on Ether. So world building. That would fit in world building as well. Oh, okay. I do like that. Showing all the internet posts. I do fuck with that, actually. I feel like that would be important. Can we put that on there? Having all of the in-game internet posts on the wiki. That way you can browse through the internet posts without having to open up the game. Because there's multiple times where I would love to go through and that I've had to open up my game just to go through the posts that are on the internet because it's not anywhere. All the newspapers, put that down as well. Yes, all the newspapers. Could even list about who interacted with the posts. See, that would be... Who's gonna maintain the site long term? I mean, I'll pay for it if I need to. I'll have like, we'll put up goals. That way the community can help pitch in. That way we can keep the database going. Agents likes, dislikes foods. That would still, okay. I mean, that would just be on the agent information. Yeah. Game assets that are plot relevant, some definition on them, like the miasmic flowers and stuff. Okay. Yeah, I guess, is that on the wiki? The lore items that you can like rotate around in game, is that on the wiki or no? Because I feel like that would be cool to have too. Making sure everything is up to date or revising stuff. We'll have dedicated people. We'll have dedicated people. So here's, I guess, items that aren't in the game anymore. Can you give me an example of an item that's not in game anymore? We would have the loading screens. We could have the loading screens on there. Have keywords that link to lists of other pages that refer to that keyword. We'll have a glossary. Yeah, we'll have a dictionary / glossary that would do that. The subway ticket from the beta. I don't think we need to do that. Things that aren't actively in the game that were in the beta, I don't think we need to list. Oh, I see. Victoria housekeeping. Okay. I mean, we can have a like retired items section for items that were then returned or turned into different things. So like, for example, the Victoria housekeeping cards, right? We can have that in like a retired section and state that they have been turned into batteries now. Oh, a list of songs? Yeah, I'm not opposed to that actually. Wiki should have, if possible, pages for the events that are not Radio Chronicles, like the... Yes, correct. We will have that on there. We will have that on there, for sure. I can't believe that the Divine Maze event, by the way, right now is not a Radio Chronicles. Character outfit text? Yeah, we can do that. Achievement interaction lore. Media tab. Yeah, media tab would be good. Would be cool. I do like the idea of a media tab. The Golden Week everyone talks about had what lore in it. I'm a new player who missed it. Yeah, that was the first time that we had heard that, like, normal AI could get corrupted by ether and stuff like that. It wasn't like anything super big, but like, for example, the Golden Week event, first of all, it was just fun, but it was also the first time that they mentioned Three Gates Corp, Midsummer Inc. I think is the first one that was talked about in there. It was just small stuff, like not anything like mind-blowing, but you know, stuff was mentioned. Would in-game ads be worth it to add, like the login screen? That would be yeah, I'm not opposed to that. That would be like on the media tab. A page for lore CCs if you want to dive deeper and find nice CCs for it. I just don't know if that's like really needed. Like linking to CCs, I don't really know if that's... Like I wouldn't want to use this page to like link to like my own videos. You know what I mean? Cheese, W food, natural fuel, cough. Okay, in universe commodities. So that's just like, okay, I think I have that on there really. Yeah, items, environmental items, stuff like that. That wheelie whiteboard though, yeah, you like the wheelie whiteboard? You like the wheelie whiteboard? It's so good. We can't make the UI look and operate like TV mode. One, that would be too intensive to code. And two, people already hate that. No, we're not doing that. Yeah, we'll have the movies in there. We'll have the movies in the database. Outfit lore text will be there. Yeah, it would be added in the agent pages. Yeah. The music playing right now it's just one of the songs listed in Riot Games Sessions Star Guardian Talia. Specifically 53 minutes and 30 seconds into the compilation. Make the UI look like arpeggio ball. Are you gonna make it our own or use something like WordPress or Substack? I think we would make it our own site. We would make it its own dedicated website. I think is the best way to go about this. Mobile friendly. Yes. Mobile friendly. That's actually such a good one. I wrote that like dog shit, but mobile friendly. That's huge. Okay. So as you know, yeah, the search bar is a must. We have the search bar on there. Don't worry. The search bar being fairy would actually be fire. Okay, I do like that idea. I do like that idea. But those are stuff that we'll iron out later. Yeah, ethereal and enemy. Yeah, a whole enemy dossier. Yes, an ethereal page would be needed. Yeah, a specific ethereal page. Cal, write that down. Most important parts that I'm seeing right now are the UI, the navigation, right? It needs to be updated frequently. Honestly, I feel like those are the biggest things. I feel like those are the main complaints that I've seen on the wiki. So we need to make sure that that is like good. So here's the thing. If we are making our own database, okay? If we are making our own database that wants to be updated frequently, okay? We're going to need a lot of help. A lot of help. Not just from, yeah, this isn't going to be something that comes out next week, guys. Okay, this isn't going to be something that comes out next week. This is going to take a lot of time. It's going to take a lot of effort from a lot of individuals. Now, due to that being the case, I have created a Google form, okay? I've created a Google form and I will be posting this out on Twitter as well. But if you would like to help in any way, okay? If you are a graphic designer, okay? If you are a web designer, if you want to just help with data collection, okay? Please fill out that form. Because if we want this to actually happen, okay, we need to get a group of people that will actively be working on making sure that this can happen. Okay? So if you could fill out the form, it's like 3 questions. How can you help? Show what you've done in the past, if you've done anything in the past that's not needed, and then your Discord UID. Okay? I can help with the graphic design, font, etc. I would love to assist. Perfect. Fill out that form. Fill out that form. Because what I'm going to be doing is, as we get people, okay, that can actually help with this project, whether that be through data collection, graphic designers, you know, web designers, whatever, okay, I will be creating a specific Discord that I will be adding you guys into. Okay, and then we'll start separating, we'll start getting channels, we'll start separating people into roles, and we can tackle the project as a team. Because this isn't something that's just gonna come out next week with like 4 people working on it. Okay. Data collection would basically be like, yes, if we need, let's say we're like, okay, now we need to collect all the information for chapter 2, right? Then we would have all the data collection people, you know, they could go through, split it up. I'll take this part, I'll take this part, I'll take this part. That way it's not just everyone trying to do the entire thing all in one go. So, yes. If you would like to help, please fill out the form. Please fill out the form. Yes, it's a database of lore. Correct. It would be a website, I believe. I believe that's going to be the best way to go about it. Just make it its own website. The number one thing we need inexperienced help with would be the transcription, writing voice lines down in multiple languages to be able oh, that's a lot. Could we do that? Have everything, like the translation down from the different versions of the game? I mean, I think that would be really helpful. Is there a delay of, wait, what? Is there a delay of time for the form? No, there shouldn't be. You should be able to fill out the form right now. I don't really know what you mean by delay of time, I guess. Would you need an artist? Anybody. If you want to help out in any way, fill out the form. Oh, you mean like a time frame for the form? I mean, no, there's not gonna be a specific time frame. No, right now, I mean, ideally, as I start getting people in, then I'll, you know, a big front of it will be now. But no, there's not gonna be like a specific time that the form is live for. Be incredibly helpful for reference and accessibility. Yeah, I mean, I would agree. I think it would be cool to have that if possible. So yeah, I mean, if you're also like, if you would like to help with like translation and stuff like that, then also fill out the form. Is there a donation system? We'll talk about financing it once we see how exactly everything is gonna go. I can't put up like a donation thing when I don't have like an actual price of how much it'll cost. I'd want to actually give you guys like a target goal to reach if we needed that. Basically, this is just going to be the idea is that this is a better, more comprehensive wiki, right? That's essentially what this database is supposed to be. Is there anything you're following, Angel? Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Thank you. Morning. Good morning. Is there anything that you guys think that we missed in terms of things, either things that we should add or should avoid? I was about to pin the form link. Yes. Let me do that. Thank you, Bamba, for pinning that on Twitch side. I appreciate it. Yes, it's a lore database. Yes. People complain about the wiki for CZZ, so we're gonna make a better one. Too fast. A submission page wouldn't be a horrible idea, but it shouldn't be open source like the wikis in order to combat misinformation. Yes, I would agree. And I think that's like a... What else is there? Who said that? Yes, ideally we could have like a team for each like language, and that's something that we can talk about once, you know, I create the server and can start organizing things. And I can create a separate form for that if needed. Make the database a Genie proof. Yeah, no, I have seen way too many people complain about the wiki. So ideally, this is where we can add more stuff. Use a wiki backend and just whitelist who can actually edit / contribute to pages. A wiki backend is still, in my opinion, basically necessary to not to redo. I mean, I agree. I mean, I'll talk to the people that I have for website stuff and see what the best option for us to like actually put the page on. I'm not saying it has to really be its own like super whatever separate, completely isolated thing that we have to build from scratch. But our older event stuff also included in this space list? Yes, that's correct. It's on there. That is on there. You know, it's funny because Cal mentioned this to me earlier before it too. You know, we were talking about Timely at Hari's, the tweet that Timely at Hari put out. That was the concept of the database that they created. And it's really funny because in the comments of that tweet, right? In the comments of that tweet, is this. We have probably something like the fan wiki, and then please just anything that isn't the fandom wiki. Which is like, that's why I wanted to kind of do a stream and get ideas of like, what is it that we want? Like what exact, and no matter what we do, people are going to complain, right? We can't make something that's for everyone, but it is just really funny that it's like, you know, that is the idea. Yes, it's like the fan wiki, but significantly easier to navigate. It feels like is the basic idea of the project. Is it me or does the community feel hella negative? I mean, not really. The wiki is a fucking awful thing to navigate, I will say. And that's just because of like the site that it's on, I feel like. Like it is just annoying to navigate. And I don't think there's anything wrong in discussing that. Is there a name for the database project? I just have it as Project Internet. That's it. I know it's Project Internet right now. One of the best fandom wikis is the Transformers wiki. I want a character tab that gives a lot of info about the character because anime fandoms have a lot of info about character. Okay, so okay, here's a good idea. If you have an example of a good wiki, give me examples right now. That way we can go take a look and cross-reference and get different stuff. The Internet Deep Database? Yeah, I guess that's fair. Yeah, Internet Deep Database. Right now, the project name is just Project Internet. Okay. Transformers Wiki. Halopedia. Okay, I'm writing it down. Transformers Wiki. Halopedia. The devs have used it in their official stuff? Ooh, interesting. That actually sounds sick. Writing them down, sending them in my DMs. Yeah, listen, it's the easiest way to do it. OSRS Wiki is legitimately the most comprehensive wiki for a video game out there. It's not even close. OSRS? What even is that? Oh, RuneScape. Old school RuneScape? Is that what you're talking about? Old school RuneScape. Interesting. Okay, yeah, we'll take a look at that. We'll take a little looky. JoJo's Bizarre Encyclopedia. JoJo Bizarre Encyclopedia. Only Wiki or other fan-made sites? Fan-made sites are good too. If you know of like a good fan-made site, then yeah, I mean we can just things for us to take a look at and take inspiration from. You seem saying Halopedia seems like a good example. Halopedia, let me take a look. Oh my god, 16,000 articles. That's so crazy. Oh, it has all the novels too. That's cool. Ah, other media. Right, we were talking about having the other media thing. UESP is another great one. Unofficial elder schools. Imagine aggressive ads don't help. Genshin Wiki is pretty good. I always checked with the game and it's like, right, like 95% of the time. It doesn't have speculations that are not backed up. It does have speculations that are not backed up. Okay, see, that's what we want to avoid. I don't want there to be any speculations. TF Wiki. I'll write it down. What is that one? TF Wiki? Oh, the Transformers Wiki. Yes, I did write that down. I did write that down. Yes. No, I don't think it's a good idea to put theory sections in there. Because if the site is supposed to be for known information, if someone searches, right, and then they you know, navigate through a bunch of the wiki things and then somehow get to the theory page and then continue reading and think that they're not in the theory page, then they're gonna think that that's like official information when it's not. You know what I mean? Grand Blue's EN wiki is pretty good. It's a hyper detailed, dedicated small community doing a wiki. It's managed by a pretty small team for a game not even official out in EN. It's so comprehensive. I feel like I have used that wiki a fuck ton. Grand Blue Fantasy Wiki. I do feel like this is a good example of a wiki, actually. I do feel like that. Yeah. Grand Blue Fantasy Wiki. Put that on the list. Gotcha players can't read. Exactly. Exactly. Oh, perfect. You know what we should do? There's an audio option on every page, and it's me voicing the whole page for you. I'm kidding. I'm not doing that. I am not doing that. Combine over wiki. We have that on there. We wrote that down. We have it. A talk page for users because it's clearly just personal posts. Lots of wiki / talks as guides, theory sections. Is that a thing? New players, events, general info. Oh, see, they have all the music too. The Grand Blue has all the music and it's all linked. Yeah, I think that's gas. I think we should totally have a music thing on there. Like 100%. Someone has to make Fairy's voice in AI and have her read the whole thing. No. No. Media tabs on the little top of my list for my own selfish needs, and I don't blame you. I don't blame you. Could the music section include where the tracks were played? Yeah, there'll be no AI in this project. I'm gonna be for real. Could the music section include where the tracks are played? Yes, I think that would be a good thing to put in there as well. Yeah. But fairies and AI. You know what we mean. You know what we mean. Okay. Cool. I feel like we got a lot of decent information. I feel like we got a lot of decent information. I have a video about possible lore implication from some mad lad who deep dived on a weird ZZZ detail that was never explained. I want to do backseeing, but do you tell if I can share it? Dude, share it. Go for it. Go for it. Should we include concept art and character profiles? I mean, I'm not opposed to that idea. Although that might just be like its own thing in like the media tab. You want this Obsidian file to go through before you cut stream? Yeah, go for it. Send it to me. Send it over. Send it over.
Oh, thanks. Oh, thanks. Thanks so much. Thanks so much.
I don't know why my screen isn't working here. Oh, there we go. Okay, perfect. Here we go. Wiki dislikes. Navigation, not updated enough. Ads, lack of relevant images, missing text slash voices and in-game cinematics plus collectibles. Yes. Missing NPC interactions. Database needs. Timeline, hyperlinks, good UI, obviously. If we made a database that didn't have hyperlinks at all, I feel like we would. What are we doing? Proper agent lore pages, dictionary slash glossary. This is huge. This is huge. Search has to be fairy. Map, mobile friendly, NPC and environment items, nitro fuel, etc. Right, the stuff that you can find in the environment. Event lore, relationship flowchart, including showing where characters interact, first meet with each other. World building, like Thyrans, AIs, intelligent constructs, Bangbu, Ether. You know, stuff like that. Great Hollow plus companion Hollow relationships. So another basically little flowchart thing. Showing all in-game internet posts and newspapers. Yes. And what in-game events they connect to. I feel like this is actually huge. In-game items from the workbench. That way you can, you know, look at those too as well. Loading screen information. That's also huge. I actually went through. That was the most annoying thing today. I literally today was going through and teleporting over and over and over again to try to find a specific loading screen info. So that would be huge. Retired item sections. So for items like the Victoria housekeeping cards that have been now transferred and turned into just batteries. List of songs, music tab, the movies that are in the store, an ethereal tab with all the lore and descriptions. Yeah, it's just a lot of writing, really. Chat ideas. Dictionary. Definitions for all in-game words slash lingo. Relics plus lost items. I do feel like that's a must. Oh my god, how did you write all this? You wrote this out, dude. This is why I love Cal. This is why I want Cal to be $30 million and richer. I almost said in debt. I don't want you to be $30 million in debt. I want you to be $30 million richer. Agent lore pages. NPC talks. Me too, buddy. Me too. EP trailer teaser lore. I feel like that's a must as well. W engine disk drive lore. In fact, I there's still a huge majority of people that I feel like don't even know that disk drives have lore. Also, the app is called Obsidian. It is one of the best note-taking apps in the world. In the world. Relationship chart between factions knowing each other. We listed that earlier as well. Faction history lore, poster archive, no leaks, obviously. Outside world building via official means, like interviews, stuff like that. The lore pages on the AI. That does not mean AI lore pages. This means lore pages on the AI, like Fairy, Ginny, etc. Cutscene archive, The items achievement interaction lore, question mark. Yeah, so we'll talk about how we can do achievements in here. The lore, regardless, I feel like it should have its own like link and then just say that you get an achievement from it, but we'll talk about that. We'll iron out the details. Character outfit text, which would probably be on the actual character page itself. TV mode memorial. You wrote that down. I saw that and I was like, I don't know. Media tab, yes. Oh, you wrote down responses from the tweet too. Love that. Love that. Pre-follow the old capital, post follow the old capital. Exact dates versus vague dates. Yeah, because there's a lot of vague dates. There's a lot of vague dates. Media plus mythic plus cultural references. Asriel lore react compilation. No. Limited time event lore. All dialogue for every character, including minor NPCs. That's crazy. That would be a lot of work, but it would be nice, I suppose. Summary plus deep dive. Yes, only factual info. This is huge. This needs to be a constant throughout this entire process. Because it's rough out here. It's rough out here. Character dialogue of NPCs is like the thing I'm most motivated about. It's wild how many little world building things are out there. That is correct, actually. I do agree. I do agree. There's a lot of world building things with the NPCs, including the internet posts too. There's a fuck ton of world building stuff in the internet posts. Like, for example, if you don't go through and read the internet posts in game, you wouldn't know that ethereals are classified by metals in terms of their strength. Did you know that? Did you know that that they classify ethereals by different metals? Isn't that crazy? They literally never bring it up ever, but it's a thing. In fact, I actually wish that they would add what it's classified as, like each ethereal, in the dossier of the ethereal page. I think that'd be sick. Because if they supposedly do that in the world building, then they should do that. You're finally making a lore wiki. Yeah, I feel like this is a thing that people have really wanted. So yes. No, we're not gonna store all the voice. I don't think we're gonna have the voiced audio lines. I mean, we'll have them typed out, but not the actual audio files. We'll have the audio files of the music though, in the media tab. I feel like that'll be nice to have. Yes, music library and where they're from. We have that on there. It's just another thing forgotten because they keep having to chase new things. Yeah, I guess that's fair. I guess that's fair. Okay. Yes. I feel like we've gathered as much information as we can. Space on storage and all that would be $1 zillion. That is fair. That is fair. Yeah, links to YouTube for the music and stuff. We'll see how much, how we can structure it, but I feel like that's some, you know, a thing that we can iron out later. What's good, Lordheads? What's happening? We were deciding on making we're making a new lore database, basically. A better wiki, essentially. Okay, I'm going to also, after I end stream, I'm going to tweet out that form. That way we can have people start filling it out. In fact, actually, let me just do like a little clip here that I can put onto Twitter. Well, actually, doesn't Twitter like not push your tweet as hard if you have like a video on the tweet? I think if I just do like a text thing with the form, that would be fine. Might be the move. That might be the move. Okay. Let me grab that. All right. Well, there is still a lot to be done, so I am going to go ahead and get that thing tweeted out, and then I'm gonna start a Discord server and start adding in people that I know want to help, and then start, I guess, searching for people that fill out the form. Start getting roles and then whatever. I think you need a UX/UI designer to make this. If you want to help with UX or UI, please fill out the form that is linked in chat currently. I am taking everybody. If you want to help in any way, if you have any skills and want to help with this project, please fill out the form. Even if you're not super experienced, but you want to help with like data collection, fill out the form. Fill out the form. Yeah, we would need a lot of translators and for like the translation thing. That would be like its own. That would be its own project that happens on the side. That would happen like once we have a good chunk of the actual like database done. Then we can talk about getting translators and stuff like that. But yes, we will need translators regardless. So if you would like to help with translation, fill that out on the form. That way we just have you on standby whenever we need you. So, yeah. Okay. With all that said, I know this was a very short stream, but it served the purpose that I wanted it to be, which was just collecting information and data from you guys, and then also getting that form out there. So I'm gonna immediately, when this turns into a VOD, I'm gonna put the form in the comments of this video. If you know somebody that is into Zenless, or knows somebody that's into UI design or web design or whatever, send them that form because we're going to need people. We are going to need people. But yes, I'm gonna go ahead and end it off here. I'm gonna get a Discord server created and start adding some people in. That way we can like at least get something started on this. Okay. Cool. Oh, there's an ad break happening in 30 seconds. This was the perfect time. What, Potato, what? Was there another thing of information you wanted to add, or did you join in right when we were ending? I'm gonna look at the video link about the lore vid I mentioned on this VOD comment. Yeah, or if you're in the Discord, feel free to ping me. Feel free to put it in the Discord and then ping me as well. I just got here. Hey, no worries. Don't worry. We can you can see the VOD, and plus we'll be streaming again. Yeah, spread the word. Okay, I gotta go. I'm gonna get this stuff started. Thank you guys so much for coming out. I appreciate it. I love you all. Mwah. I hope you have a great day. Discord is in the description of the stream, and will also be in the description of the VOD of it as well. But yes, thank you guys. I'll talk to you guys soon. I'll see you on Twitter. Spread the link for the forum and retweet the tweet when I post the tweet. Okay, bye. See you guys later. Bye bye.